everyone. How you doing? Here we are, summer 2023. I'm sure the whole world's feeling hot, but today, hopefully, I can use something that's going to take your mind off the heat as we dive into going through August and making it through this summer heat wave that the whole world seems to experiencing. I do want to remind you that I'm going to be here every single week sharing a story and sharing a photography lesson live on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter, on Facebook. Join in wherever you love watching and check us out. They will also be on my YouTube channel all the time for you to access anytime you want. Today, I want to share something with you that is profound. And I begin by talking about a place that I really, really love. This place is special for all those who live in Japan and for a lot of people who live outside of Japan. My name is Matthew Jordan Smith. I'm based in Tokyo, Japan. Been here about 7 years now, and I really love living here. But today, I want to share a very unusual story with you. So, first and foremost, let me just dive right in. This is what I call surviving the unthinkable. Now, first and foremost, this is Mount Fuji during the summer months in Japan. I just went there a few weeks ago, and they opened up the mountain for you to climb the 8th of July, and it's open for 2 months only until the September 8th. So a short window. This is Mount Fuji, no snow, but it still gets very cold at night. So when you hike this mountain, you got to be prepared for 5 degrees at night. It's chilly, but it's also really, really beautiful. And the cool thing about Mount Fuji, this is what it looks like in the daytime. You see all these colors of the mountain, but you see the clouds forming on top of the mountain. Mount Fuji makes its own weather patterns. And that's kind of what makes it so mysterious. People in Japan call it a very mysterious mountain, and it is. It can be blue sky everywhere, but the mountain's covered in clouds and you can't see it. Or it's overcast and you can totally see the mountain totally clear. There's no way of knowing when you'll see this mountain or not. Kind of crazy, right? Well, that's Mount Fuji, a beautiful, mystical, amazing mountain. Now, during the summer months, July through September, you can climb, and you want to start climbing at night because it takes you about 8 to 9 hours to get to the top, to the summit of this mountain. And that's when it's cold. And because people are climbing at night, they have lights up at night as well. So I shot this picture from my hotel room looking at the mountain, and wow, it was just so beautiful to see the lights at night as people are climbing up the mountain during this short window when you can. But again, it is not an easy climb. Some make the mistake of thinking that you just need sneakers and a t-shirt. You'd be in a big trouble when it's 5 degrees at night and you need the proper gear, trust me, to climb this mountain. As beautiful as it is, be prepared. This is the image most people see of Mount Fuji with snow over the top of it. And I must admit, I love it this way as well. But I love it during the summer months as well, now as well, to see it in all of its beauty. But today, I want to share a story with you. So I have a friend who, back in 1966, when he was a kid, his father went on a business trip to Japan. So his father is getting ready to leave Japan to head back to the States to come home. And the parents, he and his mom and the family, they're waiting for their father to come home, and they hear about a plane crash. The plane his father was supposed to be on crashes into Mount Fuji. Everybody dies. However, My friend's father missed the flight. Crazy, right? He misses the flight, gets in contact with his family, says, I was not on the plane. Don't worry. I'm okay. I'm taking the next flight tomorrow morning. So my friend, his family, they're relieved, of course, because they thought that they lost him. Find out that he's fine. He was not on the flight. Um, Back in the 1960s, it was harder to get news. It wasn't so immediate. So they thought they lost their father, but then they heard from him after hearing about the crash. And then they find out that, oh, he wasn't on the plane, and they feel relieved after hearing from him and finding out that he'll be on the next flight in the morning. So the next day, my friend's father gets on the plane to fly home. His plane crashes into Mount Fuji. Everyone's lost. This is the only time in history that this has happened. 2 planes, 2 days in a row, crash into Mount Fuji. I showed you earlier that Mount Fuji makes its own weather. And what happened with both these planes, they both got caught up in Mount Fuji's weather pattern to their doom. Well, my friend, flashed back to the day, was here earlier this year, has been to Japan many times, but never went to Mount Fuji. So he came this year in February, it's wintertime, and he said, I want to go see my father's crash site because there's a memorial there. I didn't know this. He said, there's a memorial there for my father's plane. I want to see it. I've wanted to see it all these years, but now I want to see it. So we tried to get there, but the mountains closed because of snow at the time. You can't get to the area where the memorial is. So we tried everything we could, even renting a helicopter to get there, could not do it. That part of the mountains closed to traffic, to aircraft. You can't get there that way. So he was devastated by that, not being able to go there. Well, I went to Mount Fuji once the mountain opened for people to walk up the mountain a few weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I went to Mount Fuji and decided I'm going to go and visit my friend's father's memorial site and send him pictures. So I go to Mount Fuji to the memorial site. And when I got there, knowing the story, I felt emotional. This is the BOAC Flight 911 Memorial Site, British Airways Memorial Site for my friend's father's flight. We get there, my wife and I get there and walk up there. We see the memorial and I take pictures. I shoot video because I want to send my friend everything I can for him to have this, for his family to have these pictures, the images, everything I can. So I shot it from different angles, as much as I could do to give him the experience of being there, so he knows what it looks like, what the grounds look like, everything. And once I was there, I understood why you couldn't get there with a helicopter or anything else during the winter months. You can't get to this area unless there's no snow. And I totally understood it. But then I found out that there's the area where everybody goes to start walking Mount Fuji. It's called Area 5, Checkpoint 5. So it's not far from the site. My wife and I go there and decide we're going to go to see where people start walking up the mountain. And this guy sees us. I'm wearing a kimono top that I normally wear, a lot of Japanese clothing. And he says, oh, I love your husband's top. But what made you guys come to this area? Because there are 2 locations, 2 people to start walking up Mount Fuji. Both are called Area 5 or Checkpoint 5. But there's this one people normally don't go to. So he's curious what made us go there. And my wife says, oh, my husband's friend lost his father in a plane crash here back in 1966. And we want to see the memorial. And he says, oh, that's so interesting because I am on the board that takes care of the memorial. And he said that people came to see the site last summer, and they were a little upset because there were no names on the memorial. And he said, in Japan, they've been debating about adding the names, but there's no funding to add the names. So my wife says, let me get your information because maybe my friend can work on possibly doing something to make that happen and put all the names on the memorial and honor his father and all those who perished in Flight 9/11 back in 1966. How wild is that we just happened to go there and bump into this guy who sits on the board? I think that was meant to happen. So you now know I have a lot of special feelings for Mount Fuji, and this story is one of the reasons why. I sent the pictures to my friend. He was ecstatic. He was so happy that the pictures and the video. And I got to tell you, I was emotional also going to the site and being able to give my friend that gift. Kind of cool, right? All right. That's the story for this week. I now want to talk about something that we all need as photographers. Actually, more than just photographers. I think every person on the planet needs this lesson. I want to dive into this week's lesson. Let's get down into it, the whole bit of it. For those who are coming in just now, my name is Matthew Jordan Smith. I'm a professional photographer. I'm also a Nikon ambassador. Been shooting for over 30 years commercially and absolutely love this industry. It's been very, very good to me. Today, I want to talk about the tools of the trade. But this tool is something that every person on the planet can use, not just photographers. You'll understand why once I get into this one. Today, we're talking about photo management software. There are a lot of things out there, but there's nothing like the one I'm about to tell you about. This one is incredible, and it's not just for photographers. It can be for every family on the planet, everyone who travels, and yes, of course, photographers too. So let me dive into this. This software, and I absolutely love it for a lot of reasons. This software is called Mylio. And the story I told you about Mount Fuji just now, it was created by my friend basically because the picture he had only one picture of his father when his father passed away. It's a picture of him and his father together on a beach. That's all he had. He treasures that picture. And because of that, he created this software. And once you understand the story now, you'll see why this program is so different and so amazing for every person on the planet. Because we all have memories that are special to us. This program is called Mylio Photos, and there's a free version. This is why I think every person on the planet should be using this software. It's incredible. But let me just dive into it and tell you all about Mylio Photo and why I love it so much. I use it every single day. So I have a lot of pictures. As a professional photographer, my digital archive is over 2 million images. Now think about that. What does 2 million pictures look like? I can tell you, as a pro photographer, I can forget what I shot 5 years ago, 10 years ago, because it's hard when you're shooting a lot. And I shoot all the time, every day. Even the pictures on my smartphone. My archive is not only my professional pictures, but my smartphone pictures as well. It's truly my entire life in pictures. This is why I think it's great for everybody. My parents, my sisters, everybody can use this and benefit from it in a major, major way. Now, here's why I love this program. It gives you so many ways to see your life, even the life of my parents. So pictures before I was born, I can put those into Mylio and be able to access all of them anytime. So here's my parents back in 1961, before I'm born, their wedding day. I can add my parents, my grandparents in here and see their life. If I had those pictures, I can digitize them and add them to this program and have them safe and easily accessible anywhere I want at any time. Super convenient. But there's more. So with Mylio Photos, it gives me a way to tag all my pictures and everywhere I've been. There are many views or ways to find your pictures. Sometimes you just don't know what you shot, where you shot it. With Mylio, it geotags your pictures and puts them on a map of the entire world. And then it lists every place you've ever been in your life. I can see through Mylio Photos every place I've ever been. And then those pictures are on the map where I went. So imagine you went to vacation 20 years ago, but forgot where you were. Guess what? Those pictures are right there on that spot. Super cool to see your life, your travels through Mylio Photos. I love this program and I love this way of looking at pictures. And by the way, yes, I'll be answering questions at the end. So stick around, ask any questions you'd like at the end. I'll be taking all your questions. Kind of cool program. You're going to see why I love it. So I went to Cape Churchill back in 2009. I can just go to the map, hit on Cape Churchill in Manitoba, Canada, and bam, all my pictures of polar bears pop up from Cape Churchill, which is the largest congregation of polar bears on the planet. Super cool to be able to just go hit that map and bam, my pictures pop up. I love that about this program. So back in 2014, I went to the North Pole. So here I am at Svalbard, walruses, polar bears, glaciers, you name it, it's all there. And I'm taking pictures. I just hit it on the map, bam, all those pictures pop up of me being in the North Pole region. Insane. In seconds, I can put up all my pictures, doesn't matter what year it was. I don't even have to know what year it was. I just know on the map, bam, there they are, and they pop up. Super easy, super cool to see your life this way. But I still haven't got to what I think is the best part. Say I don't shoot weddings, but I can plug in a wedding or the name of a wedding, and bam, those pictures pop up. So a buddy of mine got married and took pictures of it. I forgot I even shot the wedding. I forgot I even shot the wedding because I don't shoot weddings. But bam, the pictures pop up. And I'm like reliving being there with my friends, all the pictures that happened, all the crazy stories that happened at the wedding. Bam, just so easy, powerful. I love this program, but still, this is still not my favorite part of the program. It just has so many ways for you to search and find your pictures. There's face tagging. A lot of people have face tagging now, but imagine every person you've ever met in your life and that you have a picture of, you can have a tag and put them in here in Mylio Photos and find all the pictures of that person. This is so powerful. All your family members, all your friends, if you're a photographer, all your jobs, all based on who you photographed, who you shot. All that is available in this program. And another reason why I love it so much, but still, this is not my favorite part of it. You're now starting to see there's a lot of ways for you to find pictures, even the ones that you forgot about in Mylio Photos. Here's my birthday from this year, me celebrating with friends and family, having a great time. You know, imagine all of your birthdays, your entire life, all your friends' birthdays, all your great moments in your life being in one place, and they're easy to find versus spending weeks trying to find something. Every vacation, here I am in Thailand back in 2014 as well. You're seeing everywhere you've ever been and going back, seeing the pictures, reminiscing about the pictures, and so much more. It's absolutely incredible. But now I want to tell you about my personal favorite part of this program. There's a calendar view. With the calendar view, you can see your entire life in a calendar view. When you were born, January through December, and every year until now, January through December, every single year in pictures. This is what blew me away. This is where I see my life, how I'm living my life, where I'm traveling, where I'm going. Sometimes you'll forget where you were last month or last year this time or 5 years ago this time. No problem. Pull up Mylio and look at your entire life. Click the month of May and you'll see every single day of May and all your pictures. So let's say you're using your smartphone and you have a picture you're taking every single day of every meal you've taken. Guess what? All of that, because that's your life, is in there. All your smartphone pictures, all your pictures with every camera you've ever shot, every picture of your parents, of your grandparents, anything that you have access to, you put that in here and you are seeing your life or your family's life in pictures, in a calendar view. This to me is insanely amazing. For me to go back and see my life in a calendar, and this is how I find pictures that I totally forgot that I have photographed. Through seeing my life in a calendar view. Mylio Photos is incredible. And this is why I use this program every single day because, of course, I'm a photographer, but I can access pictures easier than I've ever been able to remember them, access them in the past. It's easy, it's cool, it's simple, and I absolutely love it. But yeah, there is more. So I photographed many of my clients for a long time. Let's say Tyra Banks, for example. I've shot Tyra since 1994. I've got over 12,000 digital pictures of her. I have many more in my film archive. I got to add those in here as well. I haven't done the archiving of my film images, but I have even more film images that I will add to this. I can go back and see every picture I've ever shot of Tyra over the decades. And this is also where I find pictures that I've forgotten that I photographed of her. And this is all my clients. I can see every client I've ever shot who are longtime clients and every shoot I've ever done of them. I get calls often for a shoot maybe I've done in the 90s or early 2000s. And now, instead of spending hours looking for pictures or going through my archive, I can now find it in seconds. That's incredible. Talk about going back and having these crazy memories of your life. Mylio takes me back every single day. And yes, I do get lost in it sometimes as I start reminiscing about shoots and friends, some who are not here anymore. It's just an incredible tool to see your pictures, to see your life, to remember your life and your friends and your family. And of course, your travels too. That's why I love this program so much. I start off today talking about, an unbelievable project or unbelievable story that happened with my friend's father's plane crash. But that led to making this project, this program, developing a story for us to remember and savor and treasure our most precious images. Every image. This program is like none other. And it's the one that I use every single day. And I absolutely love it. But there's other ways you can find your pictures as well. This program just gets better and better. I'm a Nikon ambassador, but I've shot with many Nikon cameras. I can go and search for every Nikon camera I've ever shot, and it will pull up all the pictures I've only shot for Nikon Z9 or a Nikon Z8 or a Nikon 850 or any other camera. But it gets better. I can have Mylio show me every picture I've ever shot with a 50 millimeter lens or a 105 lens, or you name it. It gets even better. I can look for every shot that I've ever shot at 1.2 or any picture I've ever shot at 1/30th of a second or at 1 second. Because if I'm doing pictures of say the fireworks, I'm shooting at slow shutter speed. I can put every picture I've ever shot at a slow shutter speed and show me my entire life in pictures of only those pictures. This is a powerful program and so amazing to use. I absolutely love it. I know you will too. And that's why I want to share Mylio Photos with you today. Because when you see your life on a calendar view, like your entire life, it's going to blow you away. It blows me away every day. And there's nothing like finding pictures that you've forgotten that you've taken. This whole month, I'm going to be talking about tools of the trade. I want to start this month by talking about Mylio Photos because it is one tool that I'm so glad I use. A lot of my friends don't know about it, but now I want everyone to know about this tool because it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Now, I know I've said a lot today, but now I want to take your questions. I'm good seeing you all here. Thank you all. Does Mylio access GPS data from EXIF? Yes, it does. Yes. So Rox, you can get all that in Mylio. Thank you, Pia, for being here. Thank you, Kitty, for being here. Thank you, Brian, for being here. Good seeing you all popping in. Good day. Good seeing you all here. This is where you can ask me anything you want right now. Use that chat area and just pop your question in. Keith says, do I save all my RAW files? Absolutely. So I have all my RAW files. And by the way, so I can go in and tell Mylio Photos to show me only all my RAW files. So I shoot RAW and JPEG, or I'll take a picture and I'll make it maybe a different size for social media or whatever. But sometimes I don't want to see all those pictures. I just want to see the RAW files only. I can have it show me just the RAW photos only. You can have it show you only your pictures with your smartphone. Only your pictures that you shot just this year or the last 10 years or all your since we've had smartphones. You can have Mylio show you all of those pictures and break it down any way you want. It's such a cool way to go through your photo archive and for you to have a photo archive. In the past, I had pictures like on a hard drive based on a year. Like, no, 2023 is a hard drive just of 2023. But if I want to go back and find pictures from, 2008, do I have to put up that whole hard drive? Not anymore. So I have all my files on a NAS drive. And then that NAS is connected to Mylio. I can have it on all my devices. I have it on my laptop, my desktop, my smartphone, all my pictures easily accessible, just like that. It's super, super cool. All right, let the questions pop in here. I want to see all your questions in regard to your archive. If you're not storing your pictures, if you don't have a way to archive your pictures, this program is for you. If you're not a photographer, but you have a lot of pictures of your family, or somebody else in your family has a lot of pictures of all the family, you can have them all together. You can share the account with your family and have everybody put the pictures up on Mylio so you all have them when you need them. It's a super cool program. And if you try this one out, I know you're going to like it. And yes, there is a free version. How much storage you get in the free version? I'm not sure about that. I'm on the pro level. So I have, as you see, got over 2 million pictures in my archive to date. So I need the pro version for me. For the free version, I'm not sure, but it's on the site. So check out Mylio Photos, see how much space you get on the free version. I think for my family, for like my mother, my sister, all they probably would need is the free version. For me, for photographers, you want more space because we have more images than most people, right? But dive in. You're gonna be so happy when you see your life in pictures. When you discover what you forgot that you had pictures of. Maybe you went somewhere and you shot with one picture on your smartphone. You forget where it was, but now you can find that picture in seconds. That's going to blow you away. Having all your memories. It's like it's like accessing your memories in a way that you could never do before in photographs. And it makes you want to take pictures with your smartphone everywhere you go just to have it in your archive. Super, super cool program. So thank you for these questions. Keep them coming in. I love sharing the tools that I use. I'm going to do that all this month. I think it's going to make your life easier when you have access to great information to make your life easier. Mylio, when I discovered it, when I first discovered it, I didn't know how great it was. And then as I dove into it, it was just incredible. I cannot tell you how many days it has saved my life. Helped me find pictures that were hard to find in the past. A client called me once, wanted a picture from like 1998. I didn't even remember the shoot. I could pull it up easily with Mylio. That's how cool this project is, this program is. If you have it scanned and in your archive, guess what? It's in Mylio, and you have access to it. And it's just fantastic. So I love this program so much. I want to thank you guys for letting me just share this lesson and story today. I hope it resonates with you. I hope you use it. And I hope it opens up a new way of you seeing your life. Trust me, you are going to be blown away seeing your pictures. Pictures of you. For me to see pictures of myself, it's just crazy. Let me just make sure I get all the questions here. Matthew, somebody says, "Oh, do you know how many versions it has?" I'm not sure. And is it a monthly fee? So it is a monthly fee when you sign up for the pro version. I'm not sure how many versions there are because I just use my version for the most part. But dive on into Mylio Photos, check it out. There's something for everybody. I mean, there's something for everybody. If you travel a lot, if you have kids, if you have family, if you're a photographer for sure, this program's for us. It's for all of us. It's for my mom, for my sisters. They're not photographers. It's for people who travel a lot. I travel a lot. And it's incredible. It's incredible to see your life. Even going back just 1 year, I find things that I forgot that I took pictures of, or a place where I went to for one day or for one moment. It's amazing. That's all I can say. It's just absolutely amazing. And I think you will be very happy checking it out. All right. Thank you for your questions. Keep them coming in. Again, you can find me here every week. I'll be here on my YouTube channel. I'll be live also on Twitch, on Twitter, and on Facebook. So check it out, and definitely check out this program. This week, I'm talking about Mylio Photos. All this week, I'm going to share some tools that I use all the time. I think they're great. They make my life easier, and I think they'll make your life easier as well. So keep those questions coming in. Thank you, Robin, for that question as well. Good seeing you all here. Thank you for your time. I'll be back next week with another story, and yes, another lesson. I thank you guys so much. Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much. How much storage space is for the free version? Pia, I'm not sure how much storage you get in the free version. I should research that and find out. I don't know. I have 73 terabytes on mine. I've got this crazy big NAS on mine. So I've got a lot of storage on here. But check it out. I guarantee you're going to be blown away by this program. If you tried it out years ago, check it out again, because it's much better than it was back in the day. And I absolutely love it. All right, everyone. Thank you again. I'll see you back again next week. Bye, everyone.